My name is Randy Morris. I'm a core faculty member in the B.A. Liberal Studies program at Antioch University Seattle. I coordinate the Spiritual Studies program, and I assist in coordinating the Environmental Studies and Psychology programs. What makes Antioch unique from my particular perspective is its emphasis on whole-person experiential education. As an instructor of spiritual studies classes, this happens all the time in my classes, in which students not just study the concepts of spirituality, but they actually engage in the practices. What has remained consistently great about the BA program is the longevity of the faculty. And I like working with them so much because they're dedicated to Antioch's ideal of social justice. And the fact that we're interested in so many other areas of this question of social justice studies, like I myself am particularly interested in psychology and spiritual studies, but to have colleagues interested in global studies, interested in human services, interested in history and the arts, makes it a very lively place to have a community of intellectual discourse. And I also appreciate the faculty's dedication to the idea of social justice and experiential learning. These are two consistent values that we've held through the years, and you can see it in the kinds of classes that we teach and in the current concerns that motivate us as a faculty. Naturally, as a lifelong learner, I myself have evolved as a learner. And I think the last 10 years or so I've been able to be much more explicit about my interest in spiritual studies, ritual process, rites of passage work. What that's allowed me to do is bring out interests that I had through the 90s, but I kept separate from Antioch. I've been able to bring now directly into my Antioch work, and it's made it a much fuller experience for me. What keeps me here in the BA program is the way in which the program itself is evolving. For example, we now have a requirement that all students commit to a community service project so that they get out in the community and not be relegated to just a community within the walls of Antioch. I really appreciate that desire to be out in the community and take knowledge where it really matters, especially if our concern is social justice and cultural transformation. I also really appreciate working with students on their senior synthesis project, the kind of capstone project that integrates all of their learning, gives them an opportunity to do teaching, because if there's one thing we know about what Antioch is trying to teach is that we need to take it out in the community to help that community transform.